Hello and welcome to a new series of videos that I'm putting together to help you go from a complete noob to a pro with HTML and CSS. Now to get started, we're going to need two things. We're going to need an editor and we're going to need a web server. And luckily Cloud9 provides both, so we're going to use that. The benefit of Cloud9 is that you can use it on any environment. You could be in a Chromebook or an Android tablet or Windows PC or anything like that, and it's going to give you the same working environment, which is why I like to use it. And it means that we can just use the one tutorial for everyone. So what you need to do is navigate to Cloud9, it's c9.io, quite simple, and sign up for a free account. Once you're signed up, you're going to get this page. I'm going to blur out all my my other websites here, but what you need to do is click on Create a New Workspace. And we're going to call it Tutorials. You can name it whatever you like. If you've got a free account, it will be public, but you can set it to private. I think you can only get one private account on a free account. I'm not sure, but we only need the one anyway, so that's fine. And make sure this is selected as HTML5. These are quite handy if you were going to be coding something in Ruby or PHP, then it sets that environment up for you and you don't have to go through all the setup. But at the moment we're just in HTML, so let's just create that workspace. Right, now that that's finished its setup, you're going to be presented with this screen. And what you can see here is you've got your files on the left here. This main area is going to be your main text editor area. And down here you've got your terminal. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these default files. So you just select them and click delete. Yep. Close that down. And that's us ready to go. So what we need to do first is we need to create an index file. And what an index file is, it's just basically the first file that gets loaded on a web page by default. So let's create that. If you just click on there, right click, click new file, and then index.html. And all your files are going to have HTML extensions if they're for an HTML page, obviously. Right, so just open up that file, just double click it and it'll open up a new tab here. And there you have it, there you get your first file. So if we were to run this now, click the run button here, it'll start up a web server. It starts up a new tab here, but what we'll do is we'll put this into its own tab and just copy and paste that into here. And what you can see is we've got a blank page because we've not written anything yet. So let's close that there and let's get started writing some HTML. Right, so the first thing you need to do in any website is to define a doc type, and the doc type is just a way to tell the browser what kind of code is going to be getting run. So in order to define the doc type, all we need to do is just open brackets, exclamation mark, and then doc type in capitals. And then it's going to be HTML, so we just type HTML in lowercase there. And that's that. So now the browser knows that we're going to be running some HTML. Right, now the next thing we need to do is to put in some HTML tags. And what those are is just a wrapper for the entire site. So you've got an opening tag and a closing tag, which is a common theme you'll see through most of these tags, is that they have an opening and a closing tag. That just means that it's going to contain whatever you put inside it. So let's start off with that then. So just opening bracket, HTML, closing bracket, and then that's just going to autocomplete because we're using Cloud9. Just put a tab in there just to put that on an extra line. So as you can see, you've got an open tag here and a closing tag, which is just the exact same as the opening tag, but with a forward slash just to define that that's the closing tag. So we're going to come into here and we're going to enter code. And the next thing we need to do is put in a head tag. So let's start by doing that. Head. And it's going to put in the closing tag, just put a tab in there just to put that down there. And what the head does is it contains everything that you don't see in the website. So things like the title for the page, links to CSS and JavaScript, things like that. So we'll go into more detail later on that, but that's what that is. And after the head tags, we need to put in a body. Surprisingly, that comes after the head. So again, same thing. opening and closing tag. And what the body does is it contains everything you do see on the web page, so that's where you're going to put all your content. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a title for the page. And again, that's just another tag, title tag, open and closing tags. And we're going to call it Hello World. Just like that. So if you were to save that now and go to this page, you'll see that that's currently just got a random title on there. And if you refresh that, it now says Hello World. So there's the first step. So now we're going to want to put some content on the page. So we just type Hello World in here, and the body tag, like I said, it's where everything gets displayed and rendered out to the actual page. So just type Hello World there, save that, and come into here. And there you have it, your first website. In the next video, we're going to go over all the tags that you may come across when creating any basic website. So please subscribe to follow along. You'll also find all of this code on my website, which can be found in the description.